Hi, this video will show you some of the social work resources available to you as you complete your Research Methods course. I'm starting here on the Social Work Research Guide, which is linked from Brightspace in the green bar for your course if you click on Library Resources, or from the library homepage you can get here by clicking the Databases by Subject button and then choosing Social Work on the right. This guide has a list of databases that are probably the most useful for you. One of our best databases for social work is Academic Search Complete. We also have Library Search, which is the same search as our library homepage. So you can search right here on the library homepage. There are other databases depending on your topic that may work. There's a Medicine tab, which has two of our best medical databases. Psychology, if you're looking at attitudes or behavior, you may want to be in PsycInfo or Psychology and Behavioral Sciences collection. If you need news, which is not peer-reviewed, there are links here. And then we have Social Work Abstracts, which is a great social work database, but it has very specific social work only topics in it. A lot of times, students in this class do better searching Academic Search Complete and Library Search than they do in the specific Social Work Abstracts database. So now I'm going to jump into Academic Search Complete. And what you'll see here are three different search boxes. You want to try to take your search terms and use one idea per line. So for instance, if I were looking at homelessness, I could type in homelessness on the first line. And notice the database is going to suggest alternative search terms. And I really like the idea of homelessness or homeless persons or houseless or housing, because someone who's writing an article on homelessness could have used any of those words. So I'm going to click that. And then maybe I want to look at teenagers. And again, the database will give me ideas. So it's suggesting teenagers or adolescents or young adults or teens or youth. And I like all of those search terms. So then I'm going to click search. Now I have 6,000 articles and I need to narrow them. So I'm going to look over to my Refine Results bar. When I scroll down, the first thing I want to do is check the peer-reviewed box. That's going to limit my search results to peer-reviewed articles. And those are articles that are at a higher quality and have been reviewed to make sure that their findings are logical given the way a study was done. The next thing I'm going to do is look at the date span for my publication date. I definitely don't want to use information from 1960 in my assignments, so I'm going to slide this date bar over till I get to about 2013, or 2014 in this case, which was about 10 years ago. Now I've taken that search result down to 2,800. That's still a lot, so I may want to play around and add some more search terms. I may have a third component to my research question that I want to add up here. But for the purpose of this demonstration, we're going to continue. You can access the PDF full text right below the article if it's available. But in case it's not, you'll see a search for full text button as we have here. If you're interested in this article, click search for full text. We have a service that will go through all of the other databases we own and see if we can get you a copy of that article in any other database. If we can't, like this one, you sign in. Once I sign in, I see a link right here to place an article request. What we'll do at that point is you'll fill out this form and we will take it from there. We'll give you a PDF of the article in just a couple days. Let's see what happens when we try another article. This one we have in full text, and you see a link to download the PDF right on this page. So once I have my search result list and I find an article I really want to save, you need to use the tools to save the article. If you use the address bar at the top, it won't work. The address bar is transient, meaning that it doesn't actually get you back to the article. You have the permalink, and this URL you can grab and add into your Word doc or into a notes page to say, I'm going to come back to it. But you can also email yourself the article, and I recommend that because then you definitely have it somewhere safe. EBSCO also has a tool that will help you cite your paper, and if we scroll down we see the APA 7th edition. However, the capitalization is all wrong on the article title. That needs to be capitalized like a sentence, so in this article title, only beyond and supportive should be capitalized. The rest of the citation is good, but you do need to double check because I've seen EBSCO get authors wrong, and I've seen them also get page numbers wrong. So it's a really good idea to check against the PDF to make sure you're citing correctly. Another thing we can do in Academic Search Complete is combine databases. So if we're not quite sure, we can take Academic Search Complete and combine it with Social Work Abstracts if we want to make sure we're searching both of those databases. And that should increase our total number of search results. And it did by quite a lot. I can also choose my databases at the top and switch to just Social Work Abstracts. And I can see that I have 237 here. But I do need to recheck my limiters because they are specific per database. So when I add in my peer-reviewed and my date, I'm back to 52 sources. And you can see that very few of these are available full text right here, so you will be clicking that search for full text button. I also want to show you Library Search. Library Search is a giant database. And if we search for those same terms we did before, we can see that we got 34,000 results with just 2 of those keywords. Now we may want to limit to peer-reviewed journals, and we may want to change our date because we definitely don't want things from 1801. Now with Library Search, you do need to lock in your filters on the left, and now you have search results here. If I want to save this article, I can email it to myself or use the permalink that's right here. The next thing I want to show you on the guide is our Citing Your Sources in APA page. This has links that will help you cite. We have the APA Style and Grammar Guidelines, the Excelsior OWL, and a quick hints video on APA 7th. When we scroll down, you can see some citation tools. I recommend Scribr if you're going to use a citation generator, although be sure to check your references against the APA Style or Excelsior OWL to make sure that Scribr got it right. We also have on this page paper templates. So there's a template here for Microsoft Word that you can download and use as the basis for your paper. And it will make sure that the page numbers are in the right spot, the headers are correct, and it will just save you time. The last thing I want to show you in this video is how to get help from a librarian. So on the library homepage, there's an Ask a Librarian button, and you can choose that. You are welcome to start a chat with a librarian. You can do that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is staffed by Brockport librarians during open hours, but if we're unavailable, you will get passed to a librarian somewhere else in the world who will help you. In the event they get stuck, they'll send an email so we can follow up with you the next day. You also can make an appointment with me, the subject librarian for social work, and you can do that through the button up here, or you can scroll down the page to where all of the librarians are, and you can click on my name or just click directly to make an appointment. This will show you a 30-minute appointment that you can change if you need, but 30 minutes is usually enough, and then you'll choose the day you'd like to meet and the time and hit continue. From here, you'll enter in your basic contact information and let me know how you'd like to meet. I much prefer doing research consultations over video chat because we can share screens. But if you'd rather meet in person, I can meet you in Drake or at Brockport downtown. We can also schedule a phone call or I can give you an email response. Then scroll down and tell me what course it's for and what the purpose of our meeting is. The more information you tell me here, the better prepared I come to our meeting. And then we don't have to start from the beginning. You are entitled to as many meetings as you need to be successful finding information for the course. Please reach out and send me an email if you need any help. That's what I'm here for. I look forward to working with you in this and any other course you may have.